Welcome to the Brainy YouTube channel where we share science-supported answers you can trust to the questions you ask and need answered. You asked us if it was really possible to study less and learn more at the same time. Online gurus claim it's not just possible, but guaranteed with their secret study tools and methods that they have for sale. In this video, if you watch to the end, you will get those proven secret study tools and tested methods for free. By the end of this video, you will have the answer to your question, and you will have the powerful study tools and methods that are tested and proven to work. So let's get into it. Here's a truth you might not want to hear. If you're still measuring your studying in hours, you're playing the wrong game. Right now, there are students who study half as much as you, remember twice as much, and walk into exams calm while you're running on caffeine and panic. This isn't another 10 study tips video. You're about to see why your brain keeps dumping your hard work and learn today how to flip that completely around using real science. So even short study sessions actually stick, producing higher retention and deeper understanding of what you studied. Everything we share on this channel is designed with you in mind. We care about science-backed truth, real self-improvement, and tools that actually change your results, which will ultimately change your life. So when it comes to study skills, what we say might feel uncomfortable. Honestly, that's fine, but our job is simple. We help you stop fake studying and start using the study methods that your brain actually respects and responds to. If you're a beginner, a chronic crammer, or someone who works hard and still gets average results, this is for you. By the end of this video, you'll have a 4-phase study system you can copy tonight, real examples of students who turned around terrible grades and poor study habits, and you'll have a way to make studying feel lighter while your results go up. Let's start with a quick gut check. How many of these sound like you? You reread notes or the textbook until your eyes blur. You highlight so much the page looks on fire. You study all day, then blank on basic questions in the exam. Here's the painful part. Your brain tricks you into thinking this works. When you reread the same page 3 times, it feels familiar. Familiarity feels like understanding. But research in cognitive psychology shows rereading and highlighting give weak long-term retention compared to self-testing and spaced review. So you walk into the exam confident and walk out wondering, where did it all go? Here's the truth you've been avoiding. Your brain doesn't reward effort. It rewards how you use that effort. You need to stop asking, how do I force myself to study longer? And start asking, how do I get my brain to keep what I study? Decades of research point to 3 powerful levers. It is called the rule of 3 for real learning. 1. Retrieve. Make your brain pull answers out instead of rereading. 2. Repeat smartly. Space your practice over days instead of one massive cram. 3. Remix. Mix related topics and problem types so you learn to choose the right method. Most top students aren't superhuman. They're just using these 3 levers while everyone else decorates their color-coded notes. It's time. Let's turn this into something you can actually follow. Let me introduce you to what we call the 4-phase study sprint. You can use this with any subject. Think of it as a study sprint that you practice and repeat across days. Phase 1, prime and plan. The goal, tell your brain exactly what today is about. Most people open a book and then decide what to do. That's like starting a trip and picking the destination after you're already driving. Do this instead. 1. Set one clear outcome, something like, by the end, I can explain photosynthesis in my own words. I can solve at least 5 exam-style problems on derivatives. 2. Set a tight time limit, 30 to 40 minutes in timer on, phone off. Research shows constraints sharpen focus. People often work faster with less time. 3. Clean the stage. 1 notebook, 1 set of materials, 1 goal. Silence or low, non-lyric background noise. Here's a real-world example. A university engineering student cut his all-day marathons into 3 to 4 of these focus blocks. His total hours dropped. 2 weeks later, he said, exams feel slower now. I actually have time to think. And somehow my scores are higher. Most people stop right here. They hear be focused and set a timer, and they think that's enough. But that's their big mistake. The real gains come from how you take in the material. Phase 2 of our sprint, learn lightly then test hard. This one will go against your instincts. Your instinct naturally is to read everything thoroughly and carefully, then maybe test yourself. Science says, sample the material, then test yourself aggressively. Step 1. Fast, intentional skim. Scan headings, diagrams, bold terms, summaries. Ask, if I had to explain this section in 2 sentences, what would I say? You're building a quick mental map, not memorizing. Step 2. Close everything. Test from scratch. Shut the book. Close the laptop. On blank paper, write everything you remember about the topic. Or record a voice note explaining it to a confused friend. No peeking until you're done. This is called the retrieval practice. Studies up to 2025 show that actively pulling information from memory beats rereading for retention and understanding, even with complex material. Once what you remember is sketched out, then correct and compare it. Circle what you forgot, underline what felt fuzzy, check what was solid. Your brain will hate this step. It feels harder, but it works better, and that's why it's so powerful. A med student in Auburn was taught this method and was prepping for an anatomy exam. She dropped her nightly rereads. She did what we taught. Instead of rereading over and over, she sketched out what she skimmed over. She wrote down written structures from memory for 15 minutes, then checked to see what she retained and understood. Her words, she wrote, "It feels like failing in private." But on test day, everything comes back way faster. Phase 3, attack weaknesses and remix. Now turn those circles and underlines into a plan. 1. Hit weak spots first. For each circled or fuzzy area, do 3 to 5 focused problems on that concept, or rewrite the explanation until it feels obvious. Retrieval practice helps even when you're wrong at first, as long as you're actively engaging. 2. Remix with related topics. After patching major gaps, start mixing it up. Math. Alternate problems on limits, derivatives, and chain rule instead of 20 of the same type. Languages. Mix vocabulary with short translation or usage questions. Studies on interleaving show that mixing similar topics improves your ability to tell them apart and pick the right method under pressure. Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's easier and more comfortable to repeat what you're already good at. And that comfort is why grades and learning stay stuck. I'm sorry, but if that hit you, good. It means you needed it too. Phase 4. Space it or lose it. This is where most people quietly erase their own progress. What you do after today decides whether this session matters. Without review, we forget a big chunk of new information in the following days. Meta-analysis shows that spacing wins out over cramming for long-term learning in almost every subject tested. Try this simple spacing pattern. Day 1, full study sprint. Day 3, 10 to 15 minutes. No reading first. Recall key ideas and do a few questions, then check. Day 7, short self-test past paper questions, flashcards, or teaching it out loud. Day 14, quick check-in. If it's strong, push the next review further out. Track it on paper, a calendar app, or a spaced repetition tool like Anki or Quizlet. Which app you choose doesn't matter as much as the rules. Review before you've totally forgotten. Recall first, then check. Stretch the gap as it gets easier. Most students treat every topic like it's brand new instead of building on yesterday. Remember this, repetitive spacing is how you tell your brain, this really matters, don't delete it. What changes in 2 weeks? Run this system for just 2 weeks and watch what happens. Your sessions get shorter but sharper. You do more in less time. Exam questions start looking like variations of problems you've already wrestled with. You stop bragging, I studied 8 hours, and start saying, I can explain this without notes. You become the student who looks oddly relaxed on exam day. Not because life or the subject is easy, but because your process finally works. Your challenge, 1 sprint, 1 subject. If you're still here, You're already ahead of most students because you didn't just search study hacks, you stayed to learn the ones backed by science. Here's your challenge. 1. Pick one subject you're struggling with. 2. Run exactly one study sprint today. Prime and plan. Learn lightly, test hard, attack and remix. Then schedule your day 3 and day 7 reviews before you close this tab. Please hear this. You don't have to rebuild your entire life. You just need to prove to yourself that this works once. Put this into action and your brain will do the rest. Before you go, you've probably noticed what we share isn't fluffy study tip content. We're committed to science-based, proven, tested methods that you can trust and use to become the best version of you. We packed a lot into this video, so you may want to watch it again to lock this in and put it into action. Before you go, answer 2 quick questions for us. 1. What is your hardest subject to study, and do you think this system could or would help? 2. Did anything in this video challenge or surprise you, good or bad? We really want to know. Drop your answers below. We read and respond to every comment. Thank you for watching another Brainy Gains video, where we answer the questions you ask and need answers to. Before you go, we'd like to ask you a question. What was your takeaway from this video? If you learned something new or something from this video was helpful or encouraging to you, it would mean a lot to us if you would share it in the comments below. And since you're still here, if you like this video, please hit the like button below. Lastly, if you're not part of the Brainy Gains family, go ahead and subscribe below for more Brainy Gains.